Hi everyone. So today I'll be talking about the effect a CRTC ruling on Super Bowl ads has had on Bell Media. So just a quick summary of what's transpired so far. Bell Media is the company that currently owns the rights to the Super Bowl in Canada through to the year 2019. And in 2015, the CRTC, Canada's broadcast regulator, ordered Bell Media to stop substituting Canadian ads on the American feed of the Super Bowl. So just to break that down, if you were to watch the Super Bowl on CTV, then you would see your regular run-of-the-mill Canadian commercials. But if you'd like to view the big-budget, renowned American ads, all you have to do is switch over to Fox, and there Canadians can now view the unfiltered broadcast of all the commercials American audiences have access to. So Bell Media was not happy with this ruling. They tried to appeal it prior to the 2017 Super Bowl, which was the first Super Bowl this ruling was implemented, but the CRTC didn't budge, and now after last Sunday's Super Bowl, Bell Media is once again vowing to appeal the decision. And the reason they're fighting this CRTC ruling is because Bell Media saw a 39% drop in ratings compared to last year's Super Bowl. So last year, CTV drew an average audience of 7.32 million, and this year, Bell Media broadcasted the Super Bowl on more of its channels, CTV, CTV2, and TSN, all in an attempt to compensate for the loss in viewership they are anticipating. But even with all those channels combined, the audience averaged at just 4.47 million. So this is pretty significant, but because even though the Super Bowl isn't nearly as popular in Canada as it is in the United States, it still is a major marketing opportunity for Canadian businesses. And it's also a major opportunity for Canadian broadcasters to sell ad space. However, now that audiences are being tempted to watch the American feed of the Super Bowl to see the big American ads, it impacts Bell Media's capability to sell ad space, and it also decreases the incentive for Canadian companies to buy ad space on Canadian channels if audiences are just going to flip over to the American feed anyway. So this certainly makes for an interesting debate. On the one hand, the Super Bowl commercials are really a spectacle in their own right. They have a high production value. They're usually really creatively done, funny. They often have people's favorite celebrities endorsing products. And so it seems only right that Canadian audiences should have the opportunity to enjoy them in live broadcast, just like our American counterparts. But then again, on the other hand, it could also be argued that this ruling really only most succeeds in hurting Canadian companies, and there's really no need to make Canadian companies compete with American ones for the market during the Super Bowl, since these Super Bowl commercials are available for viewing online anyway to anyone who wants to see them. So it should be interesting to see where this goes next. As I mentioned before, Bell Media has stated their intent to fight this ruling, so we'll have to wait and see if they're successful in their appeal this time round, or if CRTC will continue to stand their ground. Now, personally, I think that even if Bell Media does win in a court battle and does regain the right to substitute Canadian ads on the American Super Bowl feed, I think it would really only achieve a temporary small victory for the company, because ultimately the media landscape is changing, and the concept of quote-unquote event television, where, families all across the country sit down on a Sunday night to watch the same show all together, that phenomenon is really quickly fading. Now, I'm not so sure to what extent that would apply to sporting events, but it is clear that, on the whole, traditional media is on the decline, and consumers are opting for alternatives more and more, such as on-the-fly, convenient online streaming. So in my opinion, this whole ordeal with regard to the Super Bowl, well, there's no denying it, definitely has hurt Bell Media. In the grand scheme of things, I think in order to maintain relevancy, the company would be best directing their energy less toward finding ways to optimize traditional media, and more toward finding ways to evolve and adapt to this new trend in how audiences are choosing to consume their content. So that's just my 2 cents on it all. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll be back here next week.